Hey guys, Stanley King here, doing an overlanding adventure with the band of brothers. Our buddy Vic put together this route in southern Utah. It was just absolutely spectacular. We're a group of guys who've known each other since high school, and overlanding has brought us together. It's really become our passion. So much fun. We're out here on a crazy trail. I call this the butt pucker trail. I'd have Chuck drive my truck. Tell you what, adrenaline was high. I rode my dirt bike on the first one, and this last one I just couldn't do it either, so I already have the bike loaded up. Anyway, let's see what the next corner brings. This is crazy. Yeah, when I said it was gnarly, I wasn't kidding. I'll tell you what, we have some laughs, we have some fun, we all have some pretty good vehicles, and man, Vic brought us on some trails that were just awesome. Super difficult, but absolutely awesome. That's me and the Raptor there, or I should say it's my buddy Chuck driving my truck for me. What are we doing here, man?
Same thing we always do. Having the adventure and living the life.
Cool. This is badass, dude. I mean, look at that cliffhanger there. Honestly, I couldn't drive it myself. It was impossible. This one too, I couldn't do it. It was just too tight, too much of a drop off for me. What are we doing here, Chuck?
I'm gonna go around a big rock.
All right.
Try not to destroy your truck.
All right. Yeah, my old buddy Chuck there came to the rescue. Look at this. I don't think we had more than a 1/4 inch of clearance to get past that one. Just unbelievable. The terrain, southern Utah, just beautiful. I tell you, normally I cut together all kinds of dirt bike videos, and sometimes I get some really cool shots. I just couldn't get enough cool shots this time. I brought out a couple drones and my GoPro, and I got footage off different people's phones. When I looked at everything, when I came back home, I really couldn't believe the shots I got. So I'll tell you what, normally in a video you get a few good shots. This is going down to the Colorado River right here. I just couldn't believe it. The scenery just was so good. You're gonna see shot after shot that's so nice. And this Raptor was just ripping in the sand here. It felt so nice. Had it in Baja mode there. I loved it. It's really cool. Yeah, when nature treats you to a gallery of video shots like this, there's the mighty Colorado. You're just, man, so cool. Look at this. I don't know how many hanging cliffs Vic brought us on, but I'm afraid of heights, and there were cars that were down there in the bottom that were wrecked, and who knows, man. I couldn't imagine going off one of those cliffs. But again, shot after shot after shot. I love it. Beautiful. Southern Utah is one of the most beautiful places on earth. This is actually Monument Valley. This is where we started to pop in, and Vic picked such a great trail system for us. Here we are again. This is I think this is the one I call Butt Pucker Ridge, or I can't even remember. When I drive stuff like this, I literally would white out. So I let Chuck drive my truck, and they said, hey, this looks passable. I said, well, you drive the truck. That's fine. So that's my dirt bike there. I rode my dirt bike through the section, and I was okay with that. But even then, I thought, man, this is dicey. It's just looking down those cliffs, all I see is just doom. Unbelievable. Man, it was nice though. I got to get the bike out for about 5 hours and rode these beautiful mountain trails one day. So nice. And wait till you see our campsite. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Yeah, old Vic and Ken and Josh and me went to school together way back when. Graduated in '87. I can't even believe it. Years go by so quick. It's cool. Josh brought his son Jake and brought his little puppy, old Doc. Doc had so much fun out there, and Vic brought his buddy Laura, and I brought my wife Jeannie, and it was nice. Mario and Eugenia, they came as well, and they brought their little dog Bella. Didn't bring my dog. I tried him out a week earlier, and I thought, I don't know if I can have a golden retriever in the car for a week. I have no idea how these puppies, Doc and Bella, made it through without getting sick in the car, but I don't know. Maybe their owners were just lying to me and said that the dogs were fine, but you know, this terrain we were going through. This was a cool canyon here too. This is a Cathedral Arch. We camped up in here, and really neat to see the Native American dwellings way up on the cliffs. That was cool. Like all of a sudden you'd see one, and it was like you were inside of a museum. It was like a time capsule. There's no way you could get to them. It was just so picturesque though. And these shots that I got with the drones, that was our campsite way down there. And this is Cathedral Arch. It's just so magnificent. It's a wonder how this was created. It's just so much time and water, wind, whatever it took to create that. Just everything that we saw was so magnificent. So just majestic. It's really cool to be able to get these kind of drone shots. You know, it was nice too. The guys, I'd tell them, hey, I'm going to put the drone up, and they were super patient with it. I know they probably knew film was going to come out pretty good. This again, the scenery was just eye-popping. Everything was just awesome. This is like an old pass that somebody put in. The amount of work that people put in to put these roads, and I'm sure they were using not modern equipment to do it. These are some heavy-duty four-wheel drive trails. This one right here, that's a black diamond. We drove through, and we didn't have any problems. We only, a couple times we got stuck. That's Goosenecks right there. Camped there one night, and actually my wife and I stayed over at Mexican Hat in a hotel, and everybody else camped out there. It's a little hot for us, but this is going down to the Colorado River again. Such neat trails. Just the terrain, it would change so quickly, and it was like the flora and fauna, and you'd go up and down. You'd be in the forest, it'd be nice and cool, and then you get down low. And this is the middle of summer. This is this is the end of June, started July, and I gotta say it was pretty hot. There was a couple nights we were really hot in the tent, but we did it. 5 days of overlanding. So this is part one. This video is part one of two. I decided to cut this up into two pieces just because there's just so much good stuff. If I did this in just one take, one video, the video would have to be 30 minutes long. The second one is of Lockhart Basin going from Canyonlands into Moab. And I've got to say, if you're thinking of taking a vehicle less than a Jeep or a truck with skid plates, and I would highly recommend you don't do that. I think you would probably get stuck, tear your vehicle up. Definitely don't do this with a two-wheel drive vehicle. You might be able to pull it off, but it'd be super difficult. And my truck's lifted, and I've got pretty good four-wheel drive, and there were some really tight spots, as you saw. And then also, some of the step downs and step ups are pretty massive. And I still hit the bottom of my truck a few times. But again, I went everywhere the Jeeps went. This is cool. This is so nice to have the drone follow me around. This is called the Sky DO2 drone. This thing's got a beacon, and the drone follows the beacon, and the camera scans whatever it is, the body or the vehicle. So the camera stays on the truck, and the GPS stays on the beacon. So it's a pretty neat connection. Super, super cool drone. It makes getting footage like this pretty easy. I just put the beacon out on my, same with this one. I've got the beacon on Ken's truck here, right on the windshield wiper. That's where I tie it on, and I just can set it. Same with this. I have the beacon on my handlebars. Look at that scenery though. It's just incredible. Just so beautiful out. And again, we were up high. We were at, I think, 9,000 feet. And then here down by the Colorado River, I believe this was around 3,000 feet. And again, down lower, super hot. I'm guessing the perfect time to do this trip would be probably May, and then end of September, start of October, maybe November, somewhere in there. But this area gets really cold at night. Not in the summer, obviously. I don't think it ever got below 70 for us. But that's all right. We made it. We got through, no problem. Look at Ken there. And this is when we, again, went down to the Colorado River. We tried to walk through those bushes and get down to the river. The foliage was so thick, we couldn't even actually touch the river. But at any rate, we saw it with the drone, so that was good. And we saw it from the cliffs, which was nice. Look at these sandy roads. It was so cool. You'd start going fast, and it was like you were floating on these roads. And the scenery, the rocks and everything, you know, you'd look up, and all of a sudden it'd be a ditch like this. And some of those ditches were pretty deep. And a few times I thought, man, maybe I'm going to bust my A-arm. I hit so hard. You just didn't see them. It's just like the rock would pop up or a ditch would pop up. But man, scenery out here was fantastic, just gorgeous. All right, I'll let you watch the rest of this video, enjoy it, sit back, and please make sure that you watch part 2 as well, Lockhart Basin. That's where things got really gnarly. We had to stack rocks, and I mean, without stacking rocks, we wouldn't have gotten through. The water had washed away a lot of things, and this is actually monsoon season when we were out here. It only rained on us a little bit, but I saw some videos from a few days later, and some of those guys got washed out. Some cars got washed underwater, so something to be cognizant of as you go out here. All right, enjoy it. If you like this, please subscribe to my channel. Take it easy, guys. We'll see you on part 2.